Imagine a quiet river flowing through the desert. People are gathered along its banks, listening closely to a man named John the Baptist. John is a bold preacher who calls people to turn away from their wrong choices and return to God. As a sign of a fresh start, he baptizes them in the Jordan River. One day, Jesus comes from Galilee to see John. Jesus is about 30 years old and has not yet begun his public work. He steps forward and asks John to baptize him. John is surprised. He knows Jesus is special and says, "I should be baptized by you, not the other way around." But Jesus gently explains that this must be done to carry out God's plan. So John agrees. As Jesus steps into the river and is baptized, something extraordinary happens. When Jesus comes up out of the water, the heavens open. The Spirit of God comes down like a dove and rests on him. Then a voice from heaven speaks, saying, "This is my beloved Son. I'm very pleased with him." This powerful moment reveals who Jesus truly is. He is not just a carpenter or a teacher, but God's chosen Son. It also marks the beginning of his public ministry. From this moment on, Jesus will begin teaching, healing, and showing people what God's love looks like. Even though Jesus had no sin, he chose to be baptized. By doing so, he stood alongside ordinary people and showed humility and obedience to God. His baptism reminds us that following God often means choosing humility and trust. This story teaches us that obedience matters, that God sees our choices, and that new beginnings are always possible. The baptism of Jesus is more than a moment at a river. It is the start of a mission that would change the world. And it reminds us that sometimes the quietest moments can carry the greatest meaning.